Hi, it's Julie. I'm back with some yoga for estheticians. So we're opening up in stage 2 soon, 3 weeks, a month maybe, we'll see. And we are going to be hard back to work, probably doing lots of pedicures, facials, all those things that we love to do. We love to see you clients, but we're going to be doing a lot of things that cause us to be shoulders up and forward and neck kind of cranked. And if any of us have some issues with carpal tunnel starting to happen, we've had a little break, but we want to, any healing that's been happening, we want to keep that going. So this is just a short little routine I've developed specifically for us estheticians. So you can do it the beginning of your day, at the end of your day, and a few times throughout, even if you do little bits and pieces of it. So let's begin by just sitting with a nice long spine and letting the shoulders relax away from the ears and letting the chest open up and letting the belly soften so we can have a nice full breath. Let's have 3 nice full breaths here. Breathing in through the nose and then exhaling either through the nose, or if you feel like you really need to just sigh it out, then sigh it out. But if possible, we're always looking to inhale through the nose because the nose is designed for that, to cleanse the air. So you've probably finished your second breath by now while I was chatting. So let's do the third breath. And it can even be nice to close your eyes and inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Okay, getting ready to begin our day of looking after clients. So let's begin with a few shoulder rolls. It's always good to take a few minutes, several times a day, to just mindfully roll those shoulders back, counteracting that shoulder forward that we have so much of the day. So even if you just do it 3 times, if you can do it 6 times, hey, that's even better. But whatever you can manage, don't put more pressure on yourself in your busy schedule. And then come back to just sitting, nice long spine while we're sitting. Notice how your chest is feeling now. Do you feel like the chest is a little more open? Let's try to encourage this throughout the day. Now let's take our hands and let the fingers kind of knead together loosely, right? They're loose. And then we can just traction them a little bit. So you notice that my forearms are about level with the floor, parallel to the floor. So that's what we're looking for. And the chest is nice and open. We're not in here. Chest is open. And then let's turn the palms so they're facing the floor. And we can let the right wrist raise up and then let it go back down and let the left wrist raise up. And we'll just do this back and forth. So as the right wrist is raising, I'm actually letting that wrist and hand and arm be activated, and the left one is just hanging there. And then as I switch, I let go of the right wrist and let the left one do some work. And this left arm and shoulder are activated now. So just a few times back and forth, and you can do it a little faster. You can let it be very flowy. So you can see, you can feel what's going on. It's interesting to note habituated movements because until I saw myself in the camera, I didn't realize that I was holding and moving my left wrist differently than my right. So you might want to even do it in front of a mirror so you can see what's going on. It's through this awareness that we can make positive changes. So we want to finish with the left wrist on top because we started with the right wrist on top. And let the hands come back to center again. And then we'll just release the fingers and just give the wrist a shake out. Let the fingers be floppy and loose. Or you could have very loose wrists if you would prefer to do that. I like my fingers to be floppy. And you can even open and close the hands a few times, getting ready for the workday. or shaking off at the end of the day. Now this time, still keeping that long spine and nice open chest, let's let the right ear come towards the right shoulder. So it's not that it's touching, it's just moving in that direction. And we are being careful not to raise the shoulder towards the ear. And we can take a couple of breaths here. Nice full breath, just tuning in with any sensation in the shoulder, the neck. There you might have lots if you're, especially if you're at the end of the day. And then let's take the left arm and lengthen it down by our sides and really lengthen in right into the fingertips. So the chest is open, the shoulder is not forward, it's back. And we're lengthening into that arm and fingertips. And you will probably notice more intense sensation in the shoulder and neck here. And then you could choose to turn your head so that your chin is more towards, I'm going to say your armpit, because it's sort of a 45-degree angle there. And you might find that that also intensifies any sensation in the neck and shoulders here. Our necks and shoulders take the brunt of abuse in our work. So we really need to look after them if we love doing our jobs, so we can keep doing our jobs. And on your next inhalation, let go of the left arm, let it be loose and relaxed, and let the head come back to center. Before we do anything else, take a quick pause here and notice how this side of the neck feels compared to this side of the neck. Probably very different. So let's even things up. So this time it's left ear to left shoulder. And when you're ready, go ahead and lengthen out the right arm, right down into the fingertips, intensifying the stretch. And if you're right-handed like me, you probably have a lot more muscles speaking to you here right now. And then if you would like to, if it would feel right for you to, you could go ahead and turn your chin so it's more towards your armpit. And just notice how that translates into the shoulder. That movement, change of position translates into the shoulder, making sure you're keeping the chest open. One more breath here. Spine is still nice and long. Breath is easeful. And on an inhalation, let go of the right arm. Let it be loose and relaxed, and let the head come back to center. And now notice if things have evened up a little more, hopefully there's a little bit more sense of spaciousness in this area instead of this tight constricted position that we often adopt during our work day. And just to even things up, we've done some things that were asymmetrical. We want to bring some symmetry back into the body. So let's inhale, let the arms open out wide so the chest is nice and wide. And let's exhale our hands, palms together at the sternum into Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this little practice. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share. Namaste. Good luck getting back to work. It's exciting.